we placed a pacemaker in a Tasmanian devil. Pacemaker is basically a small machine that generates a heartbeat, and that was the main problem that he had. His heartbeats were too slow, and now the pacemaker is going to actually take over his heart and is going to determine when to pace fast or slow depending on his activity. A pacemaker is a small device that has sort of a computer chip inside of it and a battery set that will substitute the wheel of the heart, and it will actually beat for the heart. So that pacemaker will determine how fast his heart is beating when he's sleeping, but also when he's awake, and is able to adapt to the activity level. I believe that is definitely the very first time that is placed in California, and I believe that is probably only the second in the world that we're aware of. The neck is an area that we usually use to place these pacemakers, and just like in people, but it's difficult to do that because the access to the vessels in the neck is complicated in such a wide and a little short animal. So we had to be placed through the belly and then reach the heart that way. So it's still a legitimate way to go about it, but still more complicated.
It's a little different, yep.
Yeah, we placed a pacemaker within the Tasmanian devil. Typically when a pacemaker is placed, it's placed within the neck area, but because of the conformation and shape of the neck, that's not possible. So instead we go into the abdomen, go through the diaphragm, and then suture the lead or electrode to the heart, and then implant the actual generator in the abdominal cavity. It went really, really well, really well. The challenge was the patient's heart rate was so low, so maintaining his blood pressure was difficult, but our anesthesiologist did an awesome job. So far everything looks really, really good. His heart rate is consistent at 110, set by our cardiologist, and that's maintaining a normal blood pressure, and that can be changed as needed. Yeah, the key people I think were the anesthesiologist, the cardiologist, and myself, and then our huge support team of technicians that we couldn't do this without.
We have not done one of these before. This type of heart disease has been documented in Tasmanian devils as they get older, but most places and most facilities don't place a pacemaker, so we are the second in the United States to perform this procedure. This pacemaker will provide pacing of his heartbeat for the rest of his life. A pacemaker is a device that is implanted underneath the skin and has a cord that is attached to the heart, and it provides stimulus for the heart to beat at a regular rhythm and a regular pace.